Hi everyone. In this video I wanted to talk about the PGI competition that they have every year at the PGI convention. And the competition information is available at PGI.org under the competition page. But what you're going to find on there is the rules. It shows you what's allowed, what's not allowed. It shows you what the competition levels are. And you'll also see a schedule, a competition schedule. It shows what nights each category will take place. Typically the competition is after the main shows are shot. And most of the crowd leaves. They're not that interested in the competition. But anyways, when I got started with it the first year, I didn't understand what was going on. There was nowhere that showed you that. So I thought I'd do a video to help you if you decide to do competition. Now, like I said, the rules are on the website. Also on the website there is an online area that you can actually enter each of your shells and do it online. You enter what category, what size, what effect, that sort of thing. Also online there's actually forms for that you can write all that information in. And so once you have all that, you got your shells, you're ready to go. At the convention, when you show up, you will have to go to the magazine and put all your shells there. And there'll be signs that show you where to go to the magazine. And you'll need to know your shell weights because they're going to want to know how much powder basically that you're storing. And they will give you a schedule of when they're going to be open. They will give you a ticket, and do not lose that ticket because you can't get your stuff out if you do not have that ticket. So on Sundays there will actually be a meeting for the competitors. They'll explain some there what's going to happen. They will tell you whatever pertinent information. And then the night of each, or the afternoon of each competition night that your stuff's going to be shooting, you have to go to a meeting at 5. And in that meeting, they'll give you any information. They'll hand out your sheets of what's going to be shooting that night, and they'll give you these leaders to attach to your shells that not only extend the quick match, it has a port on it for E-match, and it also has a visco fuse on it. So you take that stuff. And you'll also need E-match. If you don't have any with you, they will supply that out in the field when you go out there. But once the meeting's over, you go to the magazine, you hand them your ticket, and you take out whatever product you're going to be shooting that night. Then you'll need to put the leaders on it, and then go out and figure out where out in the field that particular shell size or whatever effect is being shot. They've got pretty good signs once you get out there. There will be one section with 3s and 4s, and all of those will be tubes above ground. And every single tube will have a wire that runs to it that you will hook your E-match into. It also has a number that corresponds with that tube, and it's important that you take your sheet with that effect and you note which tube that's on. And the larger shells sizes, they will have separate areas for those. All of those tubes will be dug in, and so they will point you to where whatever size it is you're shooting goes. And you will have to go out there. Well, first you'll have to get an E-match from the guys if you don't have one. Then you'll have to go out there and you pick which gun you want your shell to go in. Most of those larger ones will have caps on them too, and make sure you put that back on after you load your shell. But here again, you load your shell, you hook your E-match into to their little wiring port, and you note which shell size it is. And then on the way out, you will give your sheet to whoever's in charge of that area, and they will turn all that in, and that way when your name is called, they will know what has to be fired, where your shell is. And if you're doing smaller stuff like the miniature shells, those are closer in on the infield, and there'll be buckets for those, and you have to take your own tubes, and you put those in the bucket and secure them, and same thing, there'll be wires there that you hook your E-match into. You note what the number is on your sheet, you give it to the guy that's in that area, and that's it. So, like I said, it's confusing if you've never been through that before. Once you get the hang of it, it's no big deal. But and usually you'll have to drive out there because the magazines are going to be a distance away. You'll have to drive from the magazine to wherever your shell's going to be loaded. But they've got pretty good signage once you get out there. But that's really the flow of things. You know, you go to the meeting the day of your competition. You take the sheets, you re-leader them, your shells. You go to the magazine, get your shells. You go to where they're going to be fired, load them in, note it on your sheet. Make sure you hook your E-matches up. Leave your Visco hanging out so they can manually shoot it if they need to. And hand it in on your way out. And that's pretty much it. But like I said, the first time through, you don't know what the heck's going on. So I just wanted to show you what the tubes look like, and just kind of what to expect. So if you decide to compete, good luck, and you know, don't be afraid to compete. You know, it's somebody had to, it's everybody's first time sometimes. So you know, if you're a shell builder, go for it. You know, if you're able to drive out and carry your own products, that's great. If not, you can actually manufacture them there on site. There will be a manufacturing area, and you can take you take whatever you need tool-wise, and then you can buy whatever you need right near there. There's usually a chemical building, and you can buy whatever you need chemical-wise, shell halves, whatever you need, you can buy there, make it on site, and then enter it. So whichever way you go, you know, if you're interested in building, I urge you to compete. And that's what makes you better. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you at the PGI. Thanks.